Tonight, we're diving into a story where the past isn't just recorded, it's still roaming the halls. Welcome back to The Common Historian, where history meets the supernatural. I'm Jeremy, and each week we explore the haunting intersections between our past and the paranormal. Tonight, I'm joined by Al, Leah, and Steve from Seeking Ghosts, a trio that holds the keys to one of the most notorious sites in the Hudson Valley, Briarcliff Mansion. So grab your favorite beverage, dim the lights, and prepare to journey into the world where history refuses to be buried. Welcome, all three of you.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, how did you guys all kind of meet and decide to do this?
Well, we've known each other since we were kids.
Yeah,
Basically, we all went to school together. I was ahead of them, of course.
that's
And,
the older one.
Lee and I got into it,
Maybe like a couple of months after dating.
a couple months after dating. A friend of hers showed her some pictures of Letchworth. And we said, you know what, let's go there. And we walked around there while we were dating. Good place for a date. And I filmed like maybe a little 15-minute clip. We didn't have YouTube or anything. I said, you know what? She was at work. I was off. I said, I'm going to put this up on YouTube. And we put it up on YouTube, and it just took off after that one video. And we've been hooked ever since, trying to figure out what's really out there.
Yeah.
That's really
And every
really
time we
nice.
go, it's like, you have to just keep up at it. And you never know what you're going to experience when you walk into a certain place. And
Yeah. And then Leah and Steve, went to school together, and they've known each other their whole lives. But after graduation, everybody separates and goes their own ways. So Leah was in the food store shopping and
ran
into Steven, knocked him
And-
down. But
Yeah, they had mentioned that they needed an editor or like a person that could help with a lot of the technology related aspects
I
of
don't
it.
know anything.
Yeah. So I was brought on to kind of assist behind the scenes more so. I'm not really on camera too much, but that's my role, is to try to assist them best I can.
and he does do
Yeah,
most of the
he
film, and now does most of the filming now too. So we drag Steve
And-
everywhere now.
Yep. Yep. But we love it because
We have a lot of fun doing it.
we do. We take it serious, but we do have a lot of fun doing it. And Steve's actually witnessed like some crazy stuff too,
Yeah.
being with us.
Yeah,
too.
because I've been kind of the skeptic of the group, but I don't know, strange things happen. So I can't kind of explain. So it's hard sometimes to be a skeptic around these two,
So that kind of leads into my next question. Are you skeptics trying to debunk, believers seeking evidence, or somewhere in between?
Good question.
That is good.
Well,
I'd say
I think
between.
I'm I've seen a lot of stuff out there, that is it the wind doing it? Is it doors? I go in with a skeptic mind until we start hearing stuff that we can't explain, or like what's really setting our devices off. Until we get that one apparition on film, which there's hundreds of thousands of paranormal investigators out there, does anyone really have that locked down on that spirit on camera that everybody can see and say, oh my God, they really caught something? Because even the thing we caught in one of our buildings, we're not sure if it is a reflection or is it actually what we caught, and we can't explain it. And there was other things that were tripped at the exact same time that we saw this.
We're still trying to debunk it.
I feel that we all go in as skeptics.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay. So was there a specific experience that made each of you think, I need to pursue this seriously?
Oh yeah,
I'd say a couple of things for me.
you can go first.
I know. For me, it was in Rockland County Psychiatric Hospital in the school building for not the school, I'm sorry, the hospital for children. We were in the gymnasium with Sean from Scaredy Cat Paranormal. He's been doing this longer, I believe, than we have, or just about as long. And he decided to do like some kind of not ambiance. What's that word for the basketball game? he decided like to
To
put
play
something on,
music,
to play
like in
music,
an empty
like-
gym, like the crowd cheering,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
like a rally and stuff. And once we stopped it, we heard these loud bangs. First of all, it sounded like we were on live video too. It sounded like something was either fell from the ceiling, the whole gym shook, and he was like, oh, he even said, we have to get out of here. And then as
he's
we're
like, "Pack
packing up, the second bang happened. And it shook the gym. And again, it sounded like something broke. And we looked all over that floor. We saw no evidence, no anything. So to this day, we don't know what the heck shook that gym or anything. So that's really it for me for like being on top of the list.
Mine was, we were in the tunnels where I got my backpack.
Oh, yeah. I don't even remember.
The Kings Park. We were in the basement I found a tunnel system. So Leah and I were down there in the tunnel system. And I had the backpack on with all the gear, and we were just walking. And all of a sudden, it was like something grabbed the back part of the backpack and yanked me back where I almost fell over. And I jumped around. I'm like, who did that? And she almost took Leah
Yeah.
down. And there was nothing hanging from the ceiling, nothing that could have pulled on the backpack. The holes were empty, but black, dark. It was scary. So that was probably my thing. And another one that happened at Kings Park was we were going in the first time we were ever in a building, and we weren't filming. We were just getting our feet wet and looking around to get the layout of the building. And I looked up, and coming across the ceiling was a black mass coming across and just vanished. And it was pretty big. I was like, did you see that? Did you see that? She didn't see it. I didn't have the camera because we were just walking. And later we found out that hallway where it was coming down, the morgue was down at that
We
end.
had no idea.
And we had no
Seven-
idea.
7 days.
It was
or
like
more.
8 bays, 4 on each side, probably bigger than that.
Wow.
And you,
That's-
Steve, since you've been with us, anything
Well,
stick out?
I think mine would probably be that Children's Hospital in Rockland, because one time we had an object that was thrown and we couldn't figure out where the object came from. And we saw the ceiling fan slowly turning. We're not sure if it was from that object or just turning in general, but there wasn't any wind. There was nothing that could have explained it. And my biggest fear when I do these investigations is maybe running into actual people. So we thought maybe there was someone else with us.
That was there
But-
prior, yeah.
But we walked around and there was no sign of that. So I think an object being thrown is probably up there with my most.
And we were
creepiest
all three of
moments.
us together
Yes.
walking too. We were all three like
Yes.
right like this walking. So we
Yeah.
were like, what? And we all turned around, and that's when Steve said we all saw that ceiling fan turning and heard the noise.
Yeah, it was wild. Like it felt like it was like something breaking, like glass breaking, and then the ceiling fan was slowly turning.
And I was like,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that definitely got us good. We definitely all jumped at it. We were very dumbfounded as to what
Yeah.
that could have been. So, yeah, that's
I mean,
it for me.
there's an upstairs in that building, and
And we
we've
never-
yet not to go in it because they
Something
just,
always happens to, we leave.
course,
we
yeah.
haven't even made it up the steps yet.
That day was that. We're like, we're out of here. Yeah.
Okay, so kind of moving on to the Briarcliff Mansion. Do you guys do investigations and tours there?
Yes.
Just wanted to verify. So how did that relationship develop with you guys?
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
I
your-
work for the Village of Briarcliff, and our library in town is being fitted with new air conditioning and heating systems. So they were looking for a place to put the library temporarily. So they found this place, which is in Briarcliff, that meets the needs for the library. So the guy in charge of the property, Greg, was telling the people that it's haunted, the one building. So the lady in charge of the library goes, "Oh, you should call Al. You know, he does that stuff, investigates ghosts and stuff like that." So me and Greg went and met up. And when I first met him, he says, "I'm going to tell you what happened." I said, "Okay." He goes, "I'm the project manager. The guys were in there working. They locked up for the day and left." He goes, "I pulled the car up in front. I looked up and I seen a woman standing in the window looking out at me. He goes, I have great vision. He goes, I can't hear because he's a veteran. And he goes, I know what I saw. So he calls the guys up, the carpenters, and he says, is anybody in this building working? And he's like, no, all my guys left for the day. So he gets out of the car, does a sweep of the basement, does a sweep of the first floor, second floor, attic, and finds nobody there. Nobody saw, he swears on it, and that's it. And he's seen it again another time after that, after we started. Well, that's like another time. We were in there, they put the wood over the cast iron heating systems. They put the wood on, make it look pretty. Well, me and him were standing in front of that, probably about 3 feet away. And all of a sudden the thing it falls over and scrapes the whole back of his leg. And he goes, that's never happened to me ever before.
Wow.
That wasn't that light. I mean, it was something that could have blown over by some random breeze.
I even like jumped
Had some weight to
on
it.
the floor next to it to try to debunk it and see maybe if they walk, but also they were saying so, which I believe, but I was like, I have to debunk this. So I'm jumping in front of the thing and it did not even move. So I'm like, wow.
Wow.
So there's a lot of crazy history there too.
As we continue on, can you tell me a little bit about the history of the place?
The place was, before this place, there was a agriculture and horticultural school for girls that was built on that exact site. That burnt down in 1900.
Yep.
They built this place on site of the same place in 1925 for the Rockefellers minister.
No. So that's an interesting story of how it looks like a very
above the front doors here, that with the red. Yep, that one, that's where he saw the apparition.
Oh, the one you were just talking about. Yeah. So
From outside.
it looks like a spooky place.
Very spooky. When it gets dark outside, the whole atmosphere inside,
the whole energy
just changes.
Shifts.
It's a beautiful place. And the energy, you can just feel it. It just takes over.
Wow. Have you guys personally experienced things in there?
Well, Lee and I went there the first time to do an investigation. And we were in the basement. And I was in this little back room with all the stone. It's very narrow, probably about 4 or 5 feet in width, probably about 25 feet long. And I was standing there doing an investigation. Lee was in the other room. And all of a sudden, my pants by my knee gets tugged on once, twice. If it was once, I looked around, I jumped, looked around. There was nothing there to grab my pants. So one time I'm like, okay, maybe I got stuck on something, but there was nothing there. And it did it twice. That just totally blew my mind. Something in that basement that's not like me. We were down there another time and I wound up getting scratched across my back.
On camera.
On camera. I have, the marks, fingerprints on my back. And something down there just does not want
I've
me
been down there by myself. And
I don't like it down there.
And Steve doesn't either. I will go down and I ask the spirit to like touch me, or nothing happens down there when I'm there by myself or with you guys. We were actually there with our other friend Craig, who's a part of our channel also, and something was thrown. It sounded like rocks were thrown. And we didn't even tell our friends, Zach and Edwin also were here. They had something run at them in the basement. And then we didn't even tell them about the rocks or anything. They heard twice something that sounded like it was picking up gravel. And then something else was thrown. And I believe they have that on film, but I haven't gotten the clips yet. I would love to post them on our channel, but this place is crazy.
And there's only the one place in the basement where there is actual loose pebbles and stones.
Yeah.
Right. These people came and they brought a medium with them. We didn't tell her nothing about the building, a psychic medium. We didn't tell her nothing. And she came through the door and she right away says she sees a woman going up the steps to the flat part of the steps by the window there. and up the other set. And she just keeps doing it. A nice residual thing, just up, down, up,
And
back and
like
forth.
Spins.
And she says in the basement used to be a speakeasy.
Yes. That was it.
And she's saying that she sees a guy that got hit in the back of the head
With an object.
with an object, she don't know what, and killed in that basement. In that one
Oh.
spot where the loose gravel is and rocks.
So it's there, like, we're still trying to put all this info together and keep seeing what we capture each time we go here.
We heard voices, we heard conversations
The
going
temperature
on
changes down there
Yeah.
frequently. You
Yeah.
get warm, then you get cold.
in the basement. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something
When we
down
went,
here is
just a couple weeks ago, I think all three of us went, the front doors open and we're like, what the heck's going on? Anyway, they were putting the heat on and the guy fixing it told us,
he was from
Like
Jamaica.
Yeah, he wouldn't stop. He
no, he kept
telling
saying
us
how, like,
He said the energy that he picked up on down there, he said this place is crazy and he would not turn his back on certain rooms.
yep. He wouldn't even go down. I wanted to show him where Al got tugged and he's like, I'm not going down there. He goes, look at the hairs on my arm. And all of the hairs were standing up. He goes, something is evil down here. He goes, I don't like it. I'm doing my job and I'm leaving.
Yeah.
And
He
then,
goes, and I've
Yes,
been to a
and he was
lot of
gone.
And he was
places.
gone. We never met him before. Didn't know why we were there, but that's what he told us.
It sounds like you have something down in the basement that don't like men at all.
I think because
Yeah.
Rob was also investigating and he got a crazy EVP upstairs, but I feel like with him too, I was communicating with him a lot that night.
Yep. And Chris Realm, he caught an
Yep.
EVP.
Chris, yep, from
I
Roman
think pretty
Sport
much
caught
all
an
the
EVP.
guests that we've hosted there seem to have gotten something.
Yep,
They didn't leave empty
they
handed.
were touched
No,
twice.
one guy got touched on the face twice
Yep,
while he was upstairs, I think.
I don't remember, but yeah, he said he was brushed twice in his face.
And the medium went up into the attic where she said she could not stay. She had to get out of the attic.
That's right.
Oh,
We very rarely investigate.
sounds like you might want to start doing a little more up there.
Yep,
Yeah.
yeah.
And sometimes in the main room, to the right of the door there, to the left of the door, looking at the building.
Yeah.
Those windows down from that,
Yeah.
right there,
Oh.
we see like an apparition that walks through one door. You like catch it, cuts out the light sometimes, goes out one door, and you see it come out another out of the corner of your eye.
Wow.
Wow.
So we don't know.
And the fireplace in that room always has devices going off. So we were with
I think
Karen
it's maybe a
Gale.
portal or
They said it could
something.
be a portal of some sort from Nine Lives Paranormal. Karen Gale said that could definitely be a portal.
And we've checked for interference, like something electrical or something like piping, and there isn't anything nearby that would make those devices go off the way they do. So it makes it difficult to debunk. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
And very, especially when I put a RIM pod inside the clean out of the fireplace in the ashes
In the basement.
in the basement, the RIM pod starts going crazy.
Yep. And Chris from
Oh.
Explore had his K2 going off
Yep.
by that as well.
Yeah.
So it's definitely an active building,
Beautiful building,
beautiful.
active.
Yeah, it is
History
beautiful.
is still unknown.
Yeah. Not a lot of
It was
to dig
hard to
up.
find out
yeah,
history
it
on this
was.
place.
It was very difficult to find good information on it. It took us a while, but the information we got was very interesting, but it was just scarce. We're not sure why.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's a lot more to explore and find out about it.
Yeah.
Oh, for
Cover,
sure, for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'll stop sharing that for now. And I think you kind of covered, I wasn't asked about specific rooms, but I think we kind of did a good job of covering that. So when you are conducting your ghost tours versus private investigations, do you experience different types of activity?
Well, we do it a little bit different than
Okay.
other people. So what we do is we want to give them the most out of their night. So we usually give them a quick tour.
Where the hot spots are,
Yeah, where the
things
hot
we
spots-
saw,
Yeah.
and then we back out of the
And
building
a brief history of it.
history, and then the building is theirs.
Yeah. We sit outside.
This way we don't interfere with them with their investigations.
By
They
walking,
set up the
making
way they
noise.
want. Yep. That's the way we do it.
Yeah.
And
And
go
then,
outside and that's it. You just have the building to
Yeah.
yourselves.
and then when they're done, if it's an overnight, we have to obviously stay there. So we just say, when you're all done, we'll set up our air mattress, come
Yeah.
get us. So we let them have the place and
They do what they have
and
to
they
do.
do what they have to do. And we think that works better.
This
Yeah.
way, there's no interference with the outside
Yeah, or if
noises.
get up and walking around, and you're downstairs trying to listen, and then they're like, oh, wait, is that them?
Okay. So kind of moving on to our next topic, Hamilton Fish Mansion.
It's wild.
Can you give the listeners a little bit of background on the Hamilton Fish Mansion?
Sure. Do you remember the date, anyone? Steve, do you remember when it was built?
Well, I know Hamilton Fish was.
I think that was around the same time. I think it was probably the early 19, maybe in the
Oh, because
19.
he was hooked up with Grant. He was like best friends with General Grant. But anyway, the mansion was built for him and his family. And after he passed away, I think he passed away inside the mansion. His son did, and also his wife.
Oh,
So after that, it sold and became a monastery for the nuns. And there is a record of one of the nuns passing away inside there. And after that, it became a high school. I believe Stephen's looking up the info now for boys, I think. So it's a very, the building is huge. You go through
There's
one,
twists and turns.
it's like the Remington
everywhere.
building. You go through one door, you're out in a different hallway. You go in this one, you go up steps, you're somewhere you've never even seen before. It's just
But
creepy in there.
Our first
Oh,
time.
wow. Okay.
Here it
Oh.
goes.
All right. So basically, the place is Glencliff. That's the name of the building
Glencliff.
at that time. So we're looking late 1800s, probably around 1880 to 1890 was when when it was basically it was Hamilton Fish, his wife, and his son. And then I guess after that,
It was the monastery.
yeah, because once he passed away, his wife stayed there up until probably her passing, and then the son took over the estate, and then I guess that ran its course as well, and then it became. Then I guess it was sold, and it was,
The monastery.
that's when it
Yeah.
became a monastery. So we're looking the late 1800s.
Excuse me. So when we were investigating there,
And there's a full-size church in there.
oh yes, that's right.
Oh.
There's a
Full-size
full-size-
church.
It's a beautiful building. So we walked a little bit and we got to the upper floor, and we decided that's where we were going to set up for whatever reason. The REM pod went off in the doorway, the music box went off, and then prior to watching that, we caught a mist that came out of the floor, and I think it was pretty warm out. I forget when that was.
It was warm.
There should be no reason for just a mist. And then the apparition that we're talking about, one of our viewers actually seen it. It looks like a woman with her hair in a bun. Is it Mrs. Fish? We don't know. Is it the nurse that passed away? It looks like it passed this way, and I'm looking toward it,
You're
but we're
going
still
this way,
trying to.
that goes that way.
Yeah, so we're still trying
There's
to do.
no-
Our viewer told us about it, so then we actually slowed it down, and then you slowed it down even more.
Yeah.
So we went back at night to show our viewers it's a dead end hallway. There's no mirror. There's a dead end hallway. Was it light coming in that day? Maybe, perhaps, but still trying to figure
Still
this
trying to
out.
figure it out.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, we were debunking because the light was actually moving with Leah. So we thought maybe it was something around that, like some kind of camera glitch.
Goes behind the door,
Yeah.
which is
So
weird.
to this day, we still haven't
we
figured it out.
still don't know.
Yeah.
Because it was in front of the door, you still see the shadow.
Correct.
So then it
So
was
it disappears
getting.
and it's behind that door.
So it was getting dark at this point, and Steve was even. You were.
Yeah.
He was getting
I
on
said,
edge too. He's like,
"Can
I
we
think we
go?"
should go. We're walking through the church, and that's the EVP I sent you. I didn't even hear it. And we're watching our TV, and I was like, did you hear that? And I said, oh my God, it said my name, it sounds like. And sure enough, we call Steve right on speaker. We're like, Steve, listen to this. And he's like, yeah, that's not my voice. And I'm like, no, because Steve hardly even talks when and you hear the crunching of the debris under our feet too. And you hear Leah as clear as day after from the disembodied voice. And I'm like, this is so creepy. We have yet to be back there since. But it was pretty wild.
So let's, if you don't mind, I'll try to play that, and so that everyone can hear that. So I think I got. I'm just making sure I got it all set here, and maybe I'll do full screen. And we'll just let this play. I think it's only about 30 seconds. I think it's actually from one of your medias.
Yep.
Oh, yes. Yes, yes.
So that, yeah, you can hear it clearly say Leah.
It's
Yeah.
so it was wild, and we have yet to be back there. And I
So-
was in front, like I said, you were behind, but that definitely wasn't your voice anyway, you know.
No,
And
no, like I said, I rarely speak behind the camera because it could be distracting.
Did you discovered this after you
Yes.
guys left
Yep.
there?
rewatching it on our TV.
So what was your first thoughts when you heard your name?
I was
called?
shocked. I was like, oh my gosh, that's creepy and cool at the same time, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of it really requires you listening to it over and over again and trying to isolate it the best you can to really listen for the words. But,
Yeah.
But this one was quite clear. Quite clear, this one. This wasn't that.
Yeah, and I think that that little video you guys had made there that I played did a good job of showing the
was
original and then
Steve.
the enhanced.
Editing.
So where were you in the building where
We
that
were-
was taken?
We're up
In the church.
on-
No,
in
that
the
was
church.
raised in
So
the
it's the
church.
first floor.
First floor.
Yep.
So yeah, well, yeah, I guess it's exciting, but probably a little scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And we
'cause we've
we
been there a
hear
few
also
times.
that floor too. The door that was moving, the handle.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about one
The
of
handle was
doors were
jiggling,
moving.
and then the door just kept moving a little bit, and you're in the middle of the building
Forgot about that.
with no windows around you at all because you're in the middle, and the door just kept moving a little bit like this, back and forth, and the handle was jiggling like this, back and forth.
Yeah, and that's always the first thing we check for when we see movement from a door is to check if there's any open windows.
Yeah,
In this
and
case-
this was in the middle of the building with no windows.
Yeah, there was no cross ventilation at all for this one. So
And those windows are pretty much boarded up on everything.
pretty much.
Mhm.
So do you have any theories of who that might have been or based on the history?
Be
This is
one of the fishes. It could even be the son because he was the last one to have the house.
True.
It could be the nun.
Yeah.
the apparition to me definitely looks like a woman.
Yeah. But
But I mean, the other things experience, it could be any one of them.
I mean, Jeremy, if you went in this place, I'm telling you, you'd be scared out of your wits because
Yeah,
this place.
I don't
is
like it
just
too much, but
I don't like it either. Like a lot of investigators wait till it's dark to go in there.
I won't go.
We've
with
been in there maybe twice in the dark, and it's like I gotta get the hell out of this place.
that. I won't go. With
It
that.
just seems like everybody
do it.
is watching you from around corners.
Yeah.
And it's like, I
Wow.
just got to get the hell out of here. That's why we go even in the day. We're still like, I got to get out of this place. It just has,
It just has that feeling.
yeah, it just has that weird, creepy feeling that you get in your stomach and it knows, you know, not to go in there. It's like,
Yeah.
"Nope, I'm done with that.
I think it's similar to where I used to live in a haunted house for a few years. Our basement, I advised everyone not to go down there at 3 a.m. because my wife sent me there one night when the breaker blew and it was terrifying.
I'm gonna wait
And I
until
didn't
the
even see
morning.
anything.
Oh
It
my
was
God.
like 2:33 in the morning. The breaker blew and it was an older like farmhouse type house and you had to go down these crickety stairs and the light of course isn't there. You have to go, it's like a string in the middle of the basement.
Get that.
I made it to the light, I got it on, but I felt like I was being watched. There was like a hole where the washer and dryer stuff went in, and it just felt like something was peering at me. I ran the rest of the way after I got to the light, turned the breaker on, hit the light, and up the stairs. And I said,
Yeah.
I am never going down there at night again.
Yeah, no way.
Oh my gosh. That's
That was about 20 years ago.
wow.
20.
So that was one of my personal stories.
That's awesome.
and I really
also
don't-
love hearing stories.
I don't personally investigate, I do more the history part of things, but I know this is the big reason why I started my YouTube was my different personal experiences. So
Yeah.
Most-
a lot of
most-
history. But the one I find the most interesting, believe it or not, is probably Letchworth Village
Yeah.
in Gibbs, New York. Just trying to picture in your head when this place first started, how it was, the people just dropping their kids off who had ADD, thinking they're, mildly, retarded or something. But that place just really freaks me out that all these kids went through such torture from the staff and stuff. And it took so long for them to realize what was going on there to shut it down.
Yeah, they were short-staffed,
Yeah.
force feeding
Yeah.
patients.
Some of the
doing
equipment that was
lobotomies.
used there, some of the equipment that was used
Yeah.
there was questionable. Like, why would they use this? But yeah, it was.
Electroshock therapy
Yeah.
on kids.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
And one of the
Those things.
machines is still there. I think it's in one of our videos.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It says U.S. Army on it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Those types of things make you question what went on.
So
at
that's
the
from
time.
like World War II or something that old,
yeah. Yeah.
and they're zapping kids with it. Come on.
Yeah. I interviewed the lead investigator from Preston Castle in California.
Oh,
Back then, I guess it was a boys' reformatory, but people could, like, if they didn't want their kid, they could just drop them off.
that's how this
That's how it
was.
was.
Yeah.
And they were telling us too, like we met this lady who actually worked there, and she was saying she was bringing the kids to lunch. So they had their own little dorms, and they would walk down the path and go into the big lunch area. And one of the girls was sitting down outside the steps, and the lady was waiting for everybody else to come along, and she was eating something. She picked up a dead bird from the road and was eating the bird.
Yeah, the
Ooh.
carcass.
So the bird. So like,
Ooh.
just unsupervised things like that. It's just to go
Ooh.
there, you feel
You feel the
you feel their
energy.
energy, their spirits, like are still confused there, like they don't know where to go.
Yeah.
Because they have issues in the mind. So where do they go?
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
don't know where to go. They're feeble-minded. They have no idea where to go. These kids, they're just trapped there.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think one of my coworkers, he took pictures. He says, "Oh, there's this haunted, like abandoned place." And I'm pretty sure that was where the pictures he
Probably
sent.
There's a golf course there.
Yep.
Yeah. So he says, "I'll snap some pictures for you." He didn't capture anything, but he said he didn't really go in. It was starting to get dark and he wasn't going in there after dark.
Never
Right.
been there. at night.
We go during,
But-
we've been there a lot, but never at night.
No.
But yeah, he snapped a few pictures, sent them to me because he was like, "It's freaky there. He has a weird
And
vibe."
you even looking at those pictures, you could sense, you get that feeling like, what's here?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And once
It's
you're in there, once you go there, it just keeps drawing you back.
Yeah, we went like every
It like
single
tries to
weekend.
suck you back there for some reason.
When we first
some
went,
reason.
we found ourselves Saturdays, Sundays, just full days every weekend, just being, and we didn't know why.
Yeah.
We take pictures, and then I thought he threw something at me one time before the whole paranormal thing came. He was like over there, and I said, "Ha ha, funny you threw that." He goes, "I didn't throw anything. I'm right here." So then we started doing research on the place, and then we were like, "Wow, this place is one of the top haunted. Like
And
this
we
is
caught
crazy."
EVPs in there,
Yeah.
everything.
So that's
A lot
how
of children come
we
through.
started watching shows and really getting into this whole paranormal thing to see what we could uncover and capture for ourselves.
Yeah. It's a place of a lot of sorrow and has a deep history there. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
so kind of moving on to the Rockland County Psychiatric Hospital. That's another place you guys have investigated.
You were
Yes.
So, what's kind of the historical background on that psychiatric hospital?
Was it Rockland County Psych?
Mhm.
Yeah, Rockland County.
Rockland County Psych was for,
It was a mental
it
hospital.
was a mental hospital for kids, for teenagers, all the way up to adulthood. And they were in there just, I guess to get therapy or whatever. But that place there is also very, very, most of the places we go into are psychiatric places.
Yeah, and I
Or
mean,
old buildings.
and it still exists today. It's just in a newer building. Yes.
The burst.
Yep. And actually, we'll be, I'm going to be sharing that in just a minute here.
Yeah. That was in the basement. And it was,
That was
you had a
Oh.
uneasy
room.
feeling back there down there.
I did. And we
It
didn't
was-
realize what was going on down there.
We were both like, we got to get out of here. It's just weird being down in that basement. It was
Yeah.
very, very
The
creepy.
hallways they were endless.
Well, I remember when we first went there was an empty water bottle like laying in the
Oh, yeah.
hallway.
And this is what we heard.
Like a spirit was trying to pick it up or
Pick it up
roll
or
it.
something. It was just doing this and it
Wow.
was moving a little bit.
And there was
Now I
no,
understand the heat, it's gonna expand and this and that. It's gonna with the cold, but it was perfectly just sitting there on the floor, and you heard this once in a while.
and we're
Oh.
just staring like, wow.
And we're just
Mm.
watching, you see it move a little bit, and that was it.
And that's
Oh.
the same building I was talking about with the gym experience with Sean there, the huge bangs. But it was just,
Yeah.
it's crazy in there too.
Yeah.
So I will play that clip that you guys sent me. I appreciate you guys sending me all this stuff. Just got to pull it up here.
Wild.
This one. I believe I clicked into the right one, but we'll see in a minute here.
That's Zach and Edwin. remember?
Nobody heard it until watching it at home.
Oh, well, that seems like you would have heard something, but
Did you
And
hear the
that's a
noise it
wall.
made?
yeah, we could play it again in case.
It's got that
Yeah.
sound like a
Like a-
potato gun or something going on.
Yeah, that's what it sounds
Like an
like.
aerosol
And
thing.
that's a wall.
But
just
we
a
never
wall
heard it.
there.
We never heard it, never seen it.
It's very strange.
We asked
But-
someone about it. They were like, wow, that's amazing. Catching.
That is really
It's
crazy.
almost like it shot over towards Zach and Edwin too, right in front of you and Steve, but right like where they were, and they never turned around.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what it sounds like. It was like a burst of energy that, you guys couldn't hear, but the camera captured. So
Yeah. You can see.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
multiple witnesses have captured the same phenomenons simultaneously at the Rockland. How does that level of validation compare to evidence that you have to review later? Like, did you capture some EVPs? Is the main question. I kind of drawn it out there. But
A lot of times we'll be filming and we'll actually hear things with our own ears. And, EVPs, like disembodied voices we'll hear. And then when we play it back on the film, it's not there. And
oh,
we have good mics. We hear with our own ears. The cameras have, good mics on them. But
Yeah.
we won't hear it. It's just weird. You'll hear us with the thing say, "Did you hear that?"
And then we'll
And
play
then we'll
it
play
back,
it back
and
with the
nothing's
TV
there.
volume all the way up to 100, and it's like there's nothing there. It's like I don't understand. And you'll
Yeah,
hear
that-
it today with your own ear. And some
That is weird.
EVPs that we do capture some things, not all the time, but we do capture some EVPs, and I can't figure it out. I mean, it's there. It's on the recording. We're in the building. It's got to be something. It's not sentences. It's one word syllables here and there, and that's it.
Yep.
It's really
Like the one time with Donna, we were with Lil D and we heard, actually you and her, she heard it and playing it back. It's on our video. It's a female saying, hey, just whispering that, going,
And then another time we did catch it on our video. We were at
you're a witch.
Norwich,
That's
and
the
we're
one I'm talking about.
walking down the hallway, and there's a door that's slightly open, and I was filming, and it was Leah and Little D, and you hear Little D says, "Oh, was that a janitor's closet or something?" And you hear clear as day. We caught it on the film. It said something
It
like
said something we couldn't
like
make it
yes
out.
it is, or something like that. It is, or yes it is, and you hear it clear as day. And that
Oh.
wasn't us. It's whispered.
so at the Rockland Psychiatric Hospital, do you think it's more residual energy or is it something intelligent there
In what building?
in
I think
Rockland?
Rockland is residual.
Residual.
Yep.
It's all
Like,
because it
like
seems
the
to be.
Briarcliff Mansion, the thing going up and down the steps. I think it's a residual thing. It's like stuck in that loop.
Yeah.
But for something to be moved or thrown or open a door, I think that's all intelligent to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Because it knows you're there, it wants to get your attention, and it's whipping the door open. Because it was residual, that door be going like this all day long. Ding, 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 ding,
And that
and
was
it's not.
another thing in Middletown.
Yeah.
We were lost inside the hospital. And when Al
There was-
starts to panic, I know
Yeah.
like we couldn't find the way out. Anyway, we weren't filming. And right in front of us, a door opened. And we didn't even really acknowledge it at that point. We just got out and I'm like, that door friggin' opened right there.
I was like, yes,
So either that next day or a week later, I forget what it was, we
We
went
went-
back.
nothing. Trying to get the door open
off,
again.
no, off camera again. We were trying to find the door in the spot. And again, not filming, the door opens again, literally right in front of us. I'm like, this is
Mm.
crazy. So then I said, we're setting up here. So we set the devices up. We're filming about 12, maybe 20 minutes. I forget. I have to look for the video. But anyway, I said to Al, nothing's really happening. I'm going to just stay here with the camera, film me. I'm going to go down and, walk down the hallway. So I'm walking and Al's like, that's Leah down there. And as he says, can you say hi to her? A middle door on command swings open.
After I said, can you say hi to her? So maybe it's that way of the spirit saying hello.
Yeah. So I was like, I
Yeah.
felt like I'm not a psychic by any means, a medium, but I just have a feeling sometimes I can get a door sometimes to open for me. I don't know why, or I can like feel the energy. Like if I ask sometimes I'll get a door to open. It's crazy. I can't explain it, but and that was pretty crazy right on command to have that door just open in the middle.
So yeah, so that's definitely intelligent, not residual then.
Yep. Yep. I
Um,
feel that in that hospital.
do you think that certain historical traumas seem to create that stronger paranormal activity?
Hmm. What do you think?
Oh, it's cheap. Take this one. I'm sorry.
Do you think that the trauma that's happened at these different locations has caused most of the paranormal activity?
Oh, absolutely.
yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Gettysburg.
Oh yeah.
We were never
Yeah.
there yet.
We were
That's
never
on
there
our
yet,
list.
but we want to go. But look at Gettysburg. To this day, people are still taking pictures and catching soldiers walking through the woods one by one, standing by artillery batteries. They're still there. I think they're, residual. They're just stuck there in a loop.
Yeah. I mean, some
And-
could have unfinished business too.
Yeah.
Right.
But I do, yes,
Or they're just-
absolutely.
They don't know to move on.
Yeah. I mean, it's not just Gettysburg. Just think of all these other fields. Like they're in World War I, we're in France.
Yeah.
and here
What do
and
you mean
there.
the buildings?
No,
too,
the
like
buildings,
now?
yeah, absolutely. I think
Yeah,
there's-
and I actually interviewed a couple that does a lot of stuff at Gettysburg. They sent me a photo, I think it's on my YouTube community page, of an apparition they captured there.
I agree with him. I think that's
Yeah,
Yeah.
given the things we find at these places, well, there's evidence of what was. Some of these things you gotta wonder, were these spirits crying for help or they were not treated properly at that time, especially at those hospitals,
right.
so.
No, that's
Yeah.
very true.
Yeah.
Is there any specific other locations that are on your must-do bucket list?
I'm a big history buff, so for me, I want to go to Gettysburg. I want to just see it. Like I watch tons of stuff on the Revolutionary War, the Civil War, World War I, II. I want to see Gettysburg. I want to see what these soldiers stood and looked at with their own eyes. I want to share that with, let them share it with me.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see.
Yeah. Oh, Gettysburg definitely on my bucket list.
First.
It's on my bucket list.
Too.
I did a couple weeks ago. I did the weekend before Halloween. I went to Wilson's Castle in Vermont. That was well worth going there. The pink room, and I can't remember her name, but they say there's a portal in there, and you walk into that room, and it's really when you walk in the room itself, it gets heavy. If you walk into the closet where they say there's a portal, I had a hard time. I felt like I couldn't breathe. I couldn't stand there long.
We'll have to check
No.
that place out.
It's nice. I know they do offer overnight investigations as well, but the
Yeah.
people there are really nice.
You have anything on your bucket
No,
list?
no. I mean, I would love to see Gettysburg too. That's pretty much the Mecca, But yeah, I'm kind of along for the ride. I mean, it's been quite the experience. So, yeah.
Well, I've added to my bucket list since I started doing these interviews. 'Cause I've interviewed a bunch of different owners of different properties. As I've explored, I've found places I really want to go. The Greystone Manor in
Oh, yes.
I interviewed
Definitely.
the owner and really want to go there. That is one place that I've been watching a live recently. It's called Paraclu. It's a newer channel on YouTube. And one of them is one of the owners of is it Wildwoods?
Arium?
Yes. That's kind of on my bucket list as well now, since watching they go live every Tuesday. So another cheap plug for them, I guess.
That's cool.
Just watching their live has made me want to now go.
That's cool.
I know you guys sent me one more clip.
Oh, no one we made for the event.
Oh yeah.
So what we'll do, you guys can talk about it while it's playing, because I know it's a little lengthy, I think.
Yeah, it's a little
Wow.
lengthy.
So let me pull that up and just
I don't want to talk over it.
let it play and then
We'll let
talk about
play
it
once,
after.
And then if they want to, watch it again.
So let me see if I can get this all up here. And I think I went to the correct one. So
Oh, this one. Yes.
Yeah.
That one is a base.
Taken by Little D in a nursing home.
Yep.
That was a live video.
I was doing a live and that one came out of the wall behind me.
Yep. And we captured it. It looks like a screaming face.
The Revolutionary War
Restaurant.
soldier. This is
yeah, that looks like a
Pratt's.
soldier.
Yep.
Peter Pratt's in
Right.
Yorktown.
That was taken by Steve at Rockland.
Yep.
That was taken
That's the
by
mansion.
Steve at the mansion.
You see the hair on the girl.
Yep.
That was taken by Kara, 9 Lives Paranormal, inside.
Yep.
Nope.
And this was Norwich, right?
This was
This
Kings
was
Park.
Kings
Oh, Kings
Park.
Park.
This is the middle.
That's way down there.
See, look at the door.
Wow.
It was crazy.
This is Putnam
This is
County.
our K2 meter gets thrown off the grave. It was on it for
That's
a
the most
good
haunted
time.
cemetery in Putnam County.
Yeah.
And we got the name Sarah, the REM pods going off on Sarah's gravestone.
The gym.
Oh, the gym.
Oh, yeah,
yes.
that's a gym sound.
Another, this is Fairfield bangings going on upstairs. No one was in the building.
No one was in the building. It sounded like you were setting up furniture.
The purple lighting makes it eerie.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The camera was just on the floor, so I'm trying to tell the viewers that it's banging upstairs.
It was crazy that day.
It's the door opening, and that's Kings
Park.
Park,
Kings Park.
far
Yeah.
left.
That's where I caught that shadow.
And then behind us, I heard footsteps, and a door behind us is also opening and closing. That was directly behind us.
Wow.
They're heavy doors.
So you-
Yeah.
So I feel like if it was wind, they'd all be moving, or it would be moving even faster.
because it was wind coming down these doors in the hallway would be moving.
This was the battery being thrown, or some object
something
being
we
thrown.
can't find.
Yeah, this
And
was
hit the
this,
light.
Yeah, this was what I was talking about earlier.
And it's spun
There
the
goes the
fan.
fan. It's crazy.
That's some great evidence.
Thank you.
On the back of our sweatshirts and shirts, we have "Creep It Real."
Yep. We wanna
Creep it
keep
real?
We want
Yeah.
to creep it real for us, ourselves, and our viewers. Yep.
Because it might be
Yep.
something else.
The
is it?
apparition.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these that we find are from our viewers. They comment on it, then we watch it.
Yeah.
Like, wow, we didn't realize.
Yep. And they'll pinpoint the time, so we'll go back and check it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like,
Yeah.
no way.
I have a lot of fun doing it with these guys. I really enjoy it.
So where can people find Seeking Ghosts?
YouTube, Facebook,
Yep.
Instagram, TikTok.
Yep,
Okay.
Seeking Ghosts with a
Yep.
Are they now? Yeah.
yes.
I'll make sure to put all of your links in the description video. And if anyone wants to book it, I do have a lot of investigators. If they want to book a
With us.
tour with you guys, an
You can
investigation.
message us, or I can give you my email too, right?
Message
Okay.
you where?
Oh,
You
well,
tell them.
on Facebook Messenger, or you can message me on Instagram also,
Email.
or the email is
Or the
Leah.
email.
Very
Okay.
exciting place. They won't
They
leave
won't,
you
yeah,
that.
we have a few bookings for again.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Do you guys have any upcoming investigations planned? Either
Right,
either at your
tonight
place
we
or
might go to a cemetery, the one in Putnam County,
The one with the K2
where the KT
fell?
got thrown off. It's one of the most haunted cemeteries in Putnam County.
So we might do that
we might
tonight.
do that.
Other than that,
Nothing really,
no.
because we still have a video to put up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not online.
and kind of wrapping up, anything else that you'd like to share with our audience tonight?
Just support us. Seeking Ghosts with A&L. Support Jeremy and his channel, and just keep it real. Don't, make stuff up. Just what you catch is what you catch, and respect the dead. Please respect them.
Yeah, we always make sure we ask tell them we come and
They're still alive. So just
we always say please and thank you, like they're living, and just respect them. And if they don't want to communicate, then they don't
sometimes
have to.
we don't.
Well, I thank you guys for joining us tonight. For my viewers, make sure you subscribe to Seeking Ghosts with A&L. Also, please, if you like the interview tonight, please subscribe to The Common Historian as well. The past may be gone, but its spirits live on. Thank you all for joining me tonight on this haunted history adventure. And if you're in the Hudson Valley, check out Al and Leah's tours at the Briarcliff Mansion. Like I said, all the links will be in the description. Until then, I'll catch you next Saturday night.
Thank you. It was an honor to
Thank
meet
you,
you.
Jeremy.